Welcome to Woman2Woman Today. I'm your host, Jen Maseda, where we're having intimate conversations with inspiring women while sharing tips and tricks with fun projects that will teach you something new. We want this show to be a bright spot in your lives. Now listen, if you've always wanted to get your kids excited about cooking or want some tips on getting them to swallow more fruits and vegetables, you need to keep watching today's show. With us today is Kelli Barry, the owner of Little Chefs. Kelli has been cooking passionately since the age of 3 and knows how children love to get involved in the kitchen. She's dedicated to teaching healthy lifestyle choices and loves to cook for her family and friends. And now Kelli is with us on Woman2Woman Today. Welcome, Kelli.
Thank you, Jen.
Thanks for being here.
This is so fun.
Good. So tell me a bit about how this all started.
Well, I went to law school. And I practiced law for several years, and then I took a break to have children, and then I felt like I was missing something and that I wasn't doing exactly what my life purpose was, so I decided to do some soul searching, and in a vision, I know that sounds crazy, realized exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be cooking with children.
Really?
And it was supposed to be called Little Chefs.
Incredible. So when you were growing up, you always wanted to be a lawyer? You wanted to be in the legal field? Tell me about that.
I wanted to be successful.
Okay. Done. That's it. No matter what you did. And how do you think you came up with that feeling or that sense that no matter what I do, I need to be the top of what I'm doing?
Well, I think I was very focused on school, and I wanted to do my best at school, and I knew that doing my best at school meant that I'd find the calling that I was supposed to be in, and I thought that meant being a lawyer, and I loved being an attorney. I really loved it.
Yeah.
But it didn't quite satisfy my deep passion,
Yeah.
and I think it's really interesting and neat and so fulfilling to find your true passion and do it.
Absolutely. So how did you come up with the concept of Little Chefs, and how did you know that cooking was the way for you to go?
So I guess I realized that Little Chefs was something that needed to be created because I struggled to cook with my children. It's a frustrating process.
Yeah.
And I thought, I love to cook,
Yeah.
and I have a pretty high tolerance for and patience level for children, and I thought, I can help people with this.
That's great. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 children.
Wow, that's incredible. So have you always loved cooking?
Always. I've always
Yeah.
loved cooking since the time I could remember. One of my favorite Christmas presents was a trash bag full of cooking supplies, and on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings I did not watch cartoons. I watched cooking shows like Julia Child.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
It really has just, you can't make someone love cooking. It's
Yeah.
kind of something you have to be born with.
Okay. And although you're going to be inspiring some people that maybe, I mean, take for instance, I would love to learn how to cook and love to be inspired to cook, and I feel like getting a recipe book and selecting something that I can follow instructions with is good for me.
Yeah.
But I would love to be able to inspire my daughter to love cooking, so I can imagine that programs like yours, that where a child doesn't have that sense of experience in their own homes, this is going to be an opportunity to really change kids' lives.
Well, absolutely. And sometimes if parents, not everybody loves to cook, but if a child loves to cook, sometimes the Little Chefs class will make the child teach the parents some new things, to teach them a passion, teach them to get involved and to love it.
That's great. So tell me about this business model. You know, you came up with the concept. How did you launch it, and you know, what's your inspiration in that? Who gave you that courage to really reach for your passion?
Well, I think that my passion, I finally realized what I wanted to do. I knew what my passion was, and then I followed in the footsteps of my husband, who owns his own business, and he gave me all the support in the world. So he told me the first steps, and then I was off and running.
That's awesome. That's good to have somebody in your life
yeah.
that is so supportive.
Mm-hmm.
And I can imagine it took you a great deal of time to create the business. Starting a new business is never easy. So what were some of the hurdles that you can share with our viewers?
I knew I wanted to teach children how to cook healthy food. I didn't know where, I didn't know how, I didn't know who, and that took time.
Yeah. Why healthy food? I mean,
healthy food.
Kids don't like eating healthy food.
Well, because my children don't like eating healthy food, so I have to find a way to make them enjoy it. I'm extremely dedicated to health and fitness, and to teaching my children and all of my nieces and nephews and anyone who will listen about making healthy choices.
That's great. So what are some of the things that you cook?
Oh, we have made some of the craziest menus, and it just inspires me every day what families can come up with. I say, if you give me an inspiration, I'll make a menu for it.
Okay, so like bacon. That kind of inspiration where you say,
I have never made, I say no hot dogs allowed, so that we don't, generally speaking, we don't do high nitrate foods like bacon or hot dogs.
But they have low nitrate.
Yes.
Examples of that.
So we do we do Mexican, Italian, we do Greek, we do steakhouse, we do typical American burgers made with turkey or veggie burgers.
Okay.
I've made meatballs, I've made Turkish food, whatever, sushi. Children will come up with some really inspiring things, and then I learn how to make it.
Oh, that's fantastic. So they give you an idea, and then
I run with it.
You craft the entire recipe.
And then they approve it always. I send them a menu, and they can decide if that's the right direction they want to go in.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
What do you think you could have learned early on? You know, I mean, it's quite a shift in your career to do something that bold. You know, the legal avenue is something that a lot of people feel is the epitome of success. Lawyer, doctor. What if you could go back in time and someone could say something to you early on? What would it be? What would have been helpful?
Well, I think that starting a business, you have to have a lot of confidence and courage, and you have to be very patient and persistent. I think that I would never regret going to law school and being an attorney for as many years as I was, because that was absolutely amazing and totally satisfying as well. I think it was a stepping stone.
Ah, that's great. What kind of legal?
I was a personal injury attorney.
Okay.
And I loved it.
Very rewarding.
It was.
Yeah, that's great. So you've had 2 opportunities to do an amazing career. That's fantastic.
There was a lag time while I was having children that I felt like I had lost a piece of myself. So this has given me a new purpose in life.
Well, tell me about that.
I thought a part of my identity had been lost, and that that attorney part of my identity, I felt like I lost it a little bit, and I was confused for a little while as to what I was going to do with myself. I realize now that it's not lost, it's still there.
Yeah.
I just started a new path.
That's awesome. So tell me about the vision, because I think people see signs and they ignore them, or they're not you know, confident enough to say that was really what I was supposed to hold on to and make a move towards.
Timing is everything. I had to wait until the right time.
Yeah.
I always knew there was something, and it had to be at the right time. My youngest is 4 years old now, and he's in preschool more, and it allowed me some more time. I had to spend time with my children while I had time with my children, and now I have more time, so I can put it into my passion and my purpose.
That's great. Tell me something really fun about your job. What's your favorite part of the job?
Oh, my favorite part. I have so many favorite parts. The biggest compliment anyone can give me, and it has been said to me so many times, is that like they don't know who's having more fun, me or the children, because I just love it. But what is my favorite part of my job is absolutely seeing children enjoy the food they made.
Together. Yeah.
To see them be like, this is good. It is so rewarding.
Yeah. What's a typical day like?
For me, I wake up early, I get the children off to school, I definitely exercise. I have to do that. And then I will spend hours, sometimes I am on the road, going places, marketing, meeting with people, pitching my company to people, seeing if they are interested, whether it's daycares or after-school programs, or rec departments, or camps. I spend a lot of time returning emails and making sure that I have all my ducks in a row and my customers are happy, which they always are. Yeah. And then, but then the day is over because I have to get my children again.
Yeah.
And then it's back to mom duty.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, first, kind of set up what happens in a Little Chefs event. Like, how do you have very different ones, from birthdays to camps, like you were mentioning. Share with us how it's set up.
So a Little Chef's class always starts with the children washing their hands, because we have to push the sanitary component and hygienic component of our what we're doing, because these are children and they are dirty little monsters. So we always wash our hands. And then almost always we will make a fruit smoothie, because first of all, they are just powerful power foods that I think any child should love, and most do. But also, I don't want the kids to be hungry while we're cooking. So I give them a little something to nosh on. And then we'll start right in with cooking whatever the menu is for the day. And we take a break because children do not have a long attention span. So we always take a break to do a craft project. And then we'll get back to cooking. And then if we have a moment, we will do an activity such as a little dance party or a yoga exercise like a salute the sun. And then we'll get back to cooking. And then finally, throughout the course of the class, we will eat what we make. And then there's usually leftovers and the children get to take it home.
That's awesome. How did you come up with that entire curriculum? Because it's brilliant. I mean, you know that they have a short attention span. You've done some relaxation techniques within that. Where did you come up with that concept?
I did demo classes with my friends and my family, and I realized we need to do a craft and we need to do something to get the energy out.
Yeah.
My classes start at a very young age. We teach classes to children as young as 3 years old, and their attention span is very short. While they love it, it's very short, so I knew I had to come up with some breaks.
What do you do with a 3-year-old? That's incredible. That's really young. Is it lots of hands-on getting messy? How is that?
We practice cracking eggs, and we practice measuring, and it's messy, but we are very patient with them. I have helpers, always have helpers with me to help me keep on target and clean. We wash hands a lot. Yeah. We sing songs sometimes. I give them breaks, but they love it.
That's fantastic. Share with us a really funny story, if you would, something that's happened, because I'm sure you've had some experiences that are really hilarious. Can you share?
I have a lot of really funny stories, but when I started Little Chefs, I started out researching healthy recipes, because I make several, but I wanted to expand my recipe base. So I was asked to make cupcakes for my son's school for Valentine's Day, and I was very excited about being healthy. So I made these chocolate cupcakes out of whole wheat flour, and the frosting was made out of Greek yogurt with maple syrup. I put a couple dots of red food coloring in there to make it festive, and I thought they were wonderful. Well, I was so proud of myself. I brought them to Owen's school, and not one single child ate it.
Oh, no.
It was a life lesson. It was a professional life lesson right there that I knew if I was going to be cooking for children, if I was going to be cooking with children, the food had to taste good.
That's right.
And I could sacrifice a little on the healthy in the interest of making it edible.
That's right. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's really funny. So what do some of the kids do that, that surprises you?
What children like and don't like surprises me.
Really?
There are children, so more than you would ever guess, that do not like chocolate.
Okay.
Or cheese.
Yeah.
That shocks me, but they'll be like, but I would like the extra spinach, please.
That's fantastic.
This is brilliant. Every single child will surprise me.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, when I go to birthday parties with the kids, my kids don't eat cake. They just don't eat cake. I could probably eat the whole cake myself, and they are just not interested in cake. So I can see that. They never liked pizza. It's like a relatively new. I think you just have to give samples a lot and cross your fingers and make it, like you say, make it tasty.
Make it tasty.
I surprise them.
My second rule number 1, is that we always wash our hands. Rule number 2 is that I ask that every Little Chef student tries what we make. They don't have to like it. They don't have to have a big taste, a very small taste.
That's great.
Because they might like it.
There you go. And they're not just learning about cooking. They're also learning about math and science and, right? Anything else?
Well, measuring alone is a great lesson in math because it's a lot of fractions and adding, but not just math. It's also a lesson in patience because they have to take several steps to get to the finished product.
Well, it's brilliant. We are so grateful that you're here with us today, and we want folks to stick around. We're going to take a short break and be right back with some adorable kids and a cooking demonstration that you do not want to miss. Thank you so much, Kelli.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together. Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Welcome back to Woman2Woman Today, where we inspire women to reach their goals and learn something new each show. I'm your host, Jen Maseda, and we're here with Kelli Barry, owner of Little Chefs, who's joined us to show us how to make meals with kids. Hi again, Kelli.
Well, hello. It's
What are
so
we
good
gonna
to
do
be
here?
Today we're gonna make healthy banana chocolate chip muffins, which is a favorite of my little chefs that I have here today.
Can you tell us who our friends are?
Oh, I'd love to. This is my nephew, Max. How old are you, Max?
7.
Awesome.
This is my daughter, Maddie. How old are you?
7.
Who's this?
Mom.
And how old are you?
5. I'm Charlotte and I'm 6.
You're a natural.
I'm Bella and I'm 8.
Perfect.
I'm Kaylee and I'm 7.
Well, welcome to Woman2Woman Today. One more.
Two more.
2 more.
We'll come back to you. That's Jackson. He's 5. And what's your name? That's Owen, and he's 4.
That's a big difference. All right, does anyone here like to cook? Raise your hand. Awesome! Well, you came to the right place because what are we making today, Kelli?
We're making banana chocolate chip muffins.
That is awesome. So in a typical setting, you would have kids with their apron. Everybody gets an apron.
Everybody gets an apron.
That's awesome.
'Cause we get messy.
Yes, and you bring all the ingredients.
Yes, I do.
That is awesome. And even the equipment too, is that right?
If I need to, I do.
Perfect. Okay, because sometimes you're not actually baking, you're just concocting, putting things together. All right, that's
Yes.
brilliant. All right, so tell it, kind of set it up for us if you would. Everybody has how do you set up the kids programs?
So one of the most important things for children in cooking is that they each get a job so they feel like they're a part of this process. So we're going to start with my nephew, Max, and what are you going to do, Max? Would you like to tell us?
Peel 3 bananas.
There you go. So while he's doing that, I'll quickly tell you what the step is. He's going to peel the bananas, and he's going to mash them up really small because nobody likes a banana muffin with chunks of banana in it. We like to make it really hard to tell there are actually bananas in there.
And something that you told us in the previous segment, what was the first thing that they all have already done?
Rule number 1, wash your hands.
Okay, good idea.
So everyone has washed their hands. Okay, now Maddie, while Max is working on the bananas, I'm going to help you crack the eggs. So I'm going to put you down for one moment, Owen, because your job's coming up.
2 eggs.
2 eggs. Ready? I'm going to help you. Grab. Cracking eggs is a really important skill for children to have because when you're baking, you need eggs for almost everything. Open it up. There you go. I'm going to put that in the garbage bowl.
That's great.
And here's egg number 2. And she is going to go ahead once we get this cracked, and she's going to stir up the eggs.
That's the great thing about kids. You never know what's going to happen.
Okay.
And you just have to kind of go along with it. That's
Okay,
awesome.
who's next? Who remembers who's next? Molly? What's your job, honey?
So pour applesauce in.
There you go. Can you pour the applesauce into the bowl? Can you go ahead and pour the applesauce in?
And tell us why you're using applesauce, because I think that's really interesting. More and more recipes have applesauce. And
Absolutely. I I have modified this very traditional banana muffin. I've taken out half of the sugar and supplemented the applesauce. It makes it moist, and it takes away the raw sugar that is just not nearly as healthy.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let's keep mashing up these bananas, and I think we're to Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte, what's your role here?
Charlotte Grace, what's your job?
I'm gonna pour the flour into the bowl, and I'm gonna mix the bowl.
Very cool.
Go ahead, honey.
And what kind of flour?
This is a mix of half white and half wheat, because like I said, I made a mistake of doing all wheat on a cupcake recipe, and the children don't like it.
Okay,
they can
so
tell right
half
away.
And half. So at
Yep.
least you get some of the better health.
The fiber from the whole wheat
fiber.
flour.
All right,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Keep mixing. Great job. All right, I think we're up to Molly. Did you do your step yet?
Yeah.
Okay, Bella.
It smells so good,
What's your
Mom.
job, Belle?
I'm going to pour the sugar.
This
You're gonna
is sugar.
pour
Now
the
this
sugar.
is the other half a cup of plain white sugar, which makes it taste good but isn't the most healthy. Go
Okay.
ahead and drop that in.
And it's
Matt, I
not very
think
much of it, right?
It's just a half a
Okay.
cup. You can go ahead and drop this in. Excellent. Let's see, who's next? Bella did her job. Kaylee,
Kaylee, what's your job?
chocolate chips.
My job is putting the chocolate chips into there.
Thank you.
Yes, of course you have to taste them.
And
Okay,
then
Kaylee.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait.
Those are delicious. I don't blame you,
Everyone's
buddy.
gonna get to try a muffin in just a bit of time now.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Now
That's all right.
Okay.
No,
I stole the chocolate chip.
we kind of go with the flow in little chef classes. Okay,
That's not fair.
Kaylee, go ahead and drop that in.
Awesome job.
And I think, Owen, your job is this, right? That this is a baking powder and salt.
Got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
And finally, we have Jackson over here. Okay, girls, let's give the bowl to Jackson.
Oh, Jackson, how
You got to
finishing
do the
this up?
butter. So now
Okay, let's
I
put that down,
have
though.
decreased
Don't put
the
that in the
butter to just a quarter of a cup of butter, and
Okay.
the other quarter of a cup is olive oil, because it's just better for
Oh,
you
that's interesting.
and more heart healthy. Go ahead and drop that in.
And the flavor, it doesn't change it that much.
Not
that
at all.
it's-
No one would
Okay.
even notice it.
That's a great idea.
Okay, let's use the spoon.
Mom.
Here you go.
Awesome. That looks delicious.
Great job, guys. So now we mix it up till it's really mixed together.
I'm hungry.
Oh, we have
Me
hungry
too.
kids.
We're gonna have banana muffins. Yummy.
Okay, but guess what?
You
I'm gonna
do?
put this aside.
What else do you love? What's another favorite
names?
food that you guys love?
Oh, that. And
Okay.
I am just gonna
there are
peek
healthy
into this
ways
toaster
to
oven
make
because
pizza.
I think we have some muffins that are ready
Awesome.
to eat.
Ah, delicious. You guys
These are
so
mini
lucky.
muffins that we made today.
Oh,
But they could be
beautiful.
made normal or they could be made into banana bread. Who wants one? Now,
So this is such a great concept. You're teaching something healthy. You're encouraging kids to learn how to cook, math skills. Really fantastic. Kaylee, you want one?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Jackson, would you like one?
So what are some good tips for, like, kids love pizza and they love mac and cheese. What are some good tips for making that a little healthier?
Always. Well, I have found with making pizza that you can easily substitute whole wheat dough and they never notice.
Okay.
And you can add anything to a pizza: spinach, tomatoes, cheese, healthier cheese. You can add your own sauce that you make at home together. And for mac and cheese, I would just say just go lighter on the butter and use some nice farm fresh cheese. I always encourage farm fresh. Any produce, anything you can get from locally sourced foods, I encourage, and we do all the time. And just do that whenever you can.
That's great. And what are some of the crafts that you do with the kids? You were mentioning the whole curriculum that you have for the event.
Oh yes, so we love to decorate our own chef hats, don't we, guys?
Oh, what a great idea.
And we love to decorate our own flower pots with ceramic markers and then plant our own flowers.
Yeah.
And we love to we decorate our own placemats.
Another one.
You get one, sir.
Okay, save me one though.
I know.
That's great. Well, we're so excited that you were with us today. And guys, thank you so much for coming out. I know, we're gonna have to make some more. You guys are gonna have to get cracking with this cooking, right?
Be on TV.
Yes, you're eating on TV. That's incredible. So big thanks to Kelli Barry from Little Chefs and her chef volunteers. Thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We want you to remember to follow, like, and subscribe to Woman2Woman Today on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And follow us on YouTube. Subscribe today so you don't miss a show. Thanks to the entire team at Access Framingham. Thanks also to Ryan McCabe, our art director, and Jess Briswell, our assistant producer. I'm Jen Maseda, your host of Woman2Woman Today. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time, and we hope to inspire you.